Hello and welcome. You're watching Express News. I am Siddharth Bharadwaj, and in this edition, we give you top 100 news of the day. So let's get started. President Draupadi Murmu visited her birthplace, Rai Rangpur, in the Mayurbhanj district of Odisha to inaugurate and lay foundation stones for several developmental projects. The visit was part of a broader 6-day tour of Odisha and Chhattisgarh focused on education, tribal welfare and regional infrastructure. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will pay an official visit to Malaysia from 7th to 8th of February. PM Modi's Malaysia visit is taking place at the invitation of Prime Minister of Malaysia, Anwar Ibrahim. Meanwhile, Prime Minister Narendra Modi has invited citizens to watch the special Pariksha Pe Charcha episode on Friday, highlighting engaging discussions and the vibrant spirit of India's youth. External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar met US Secretary of State Marco Rubio on sidelines of Critical Minerals Ministerial meeting. Amid his ongoing US visit, discussed bilateral ties, trade, defense, energy, nuclear tech and regional issues as well. External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar is participating in the Critical Minerals Ministerial meeting, which focuses on supply chain resilience, clean energy transitions and strategic cooperation in critical minerals. National Security Advisor Ajit Doval met Saudi Minister of State and NSA Dr. Musaid Al-Aiban on Wednesday in Riyadh, covering bilateral ties and regional matters of shared interest. Union Minister Piyush Goyal on Wednesday made a statement in the lower house of Indian Parliament on India-US tariff reduction announcement, assuring that India has successfully safeguarded its sensitive sectors. The Union Minister further mentioned Prime Minister Modi and US President Trump's meeting, where they discussed several issues over a phone call, after which the US President announced a reduction in tariffs. Minister Goyal also said that the partnership will help realize India's vision of Make in India, Design in India and Innovate in India for the world. The Commerce and Industry Minister also stated India and the US have highly complementary economies, assuring the centre will diversify energy resources while safeguarding public energy security. White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt stated on Wednesday that President Trump and PM Modi share a very good relationship following their direct call and new US-India trade deal. Yumnam Khemchand Singh has sworn in as the new Chief Minister of India's northeastern state of Manipur. The ceremony took place at Lok Bhavan in Imphal, where Governor Ajay Kumar Bhalla administered the oath. Chief of Defence Staff General Anil Chauhan met Armenia's Deputy Foreign Minister Robert Abiso Gomonyan to discuss regional security and India-Armenia bilateral ties. White Night Corps neutralized 2 terrorists on Wednesday in a joint operation with Jammu and Kashmir Police and CRPF in Jopar Forest, Basantgarh in Jammu and Kashmir, based on specific intelligence input. The 13th India-Kyrgyzstan joint military exercise Kanja has commenced on Wednesday at Misamari, Assam, focusing on urban warfare and counter-terrorism for UN-mandated Special Forces operations. India and Kenya held the 3rd Foreign Office consultations in Nairobi, co-chaired by Janish Kain and Jane Makori, reaffirming commitment to deepen ties in trade, defence, digital infrastructure, education and tourism. World Cancer Day is observed on February 4 to raise global awareness, promote education and drive action against cancer, with this year's theme United by Unique, emphasizing people-centered care. Union Health Minister J.P. Nadda released lung cancer treatment and palliation evidence-based guidelines in New Delhi, emphasizing indigenous patient-centric care and its standardized clinical practices nationwide. India has designated National Productivity Council as its BRICS Centre for Industrial Competencies to boost manufacturing, MSMEs productivity and advanced practices, with Department for Promotion of Industry and Internal Trade and UNIDO support. RBI's Monetary Policy Committee meeting, chaired by Governor Sanjay Malhotra, has begun on Wednesday and will conclude on Friday. Economists expect repo rate to remain unchanged. In business, the Indian benchmark indices ended with marginal gains. The Sensex was up 78.56 points to close at 83,817.69. The Nifty ended up 48.45 points to close at 25,776. The Indian rupee ended lower at 90.43 against the US dollar on Wednesday versus previous close of 90.27. Global oil prices edged higher amid renewed US-Iran tensions. Brent crude rose to around 67.5 US dollar per barrel, while WTI held near 63.5 US dollar on Wednesday. Global gold prices rebounded strongly amid market volatility, with spot gold climbing over 2% to around 5,070 US dollar per ounce after recent sharp fluctuations. Global silver prices rebounded sharply amid market recovery, with spot silver climbing over 5% to around 89 US dollar per ounce. The US dollar index steadied around 97.4 on Wednesday after recent volatility from Fed nomination and shutdown resolution, remaining down nearly 9% year over year. Major cryptocurrencies declined, with Bitcoin dropping to 76,055.03 US dollar and Ethereum also falling around 2 to 3% amid market correction. Global shares declined on Wednesday as AI disruption fears hit software firms. S&P 500 fell 0.84% to 6,917.81. Nasdaq dropped 1.43% to 23,255.19. Dow eased 0.34% to 49,240.99. Boeing forecasts Southeast Asia as the region with the highest growth potential in global air travel, projecting demand for nearly 5,000 new aircraft over the next 20 years. A second round of trilateral peace negotiations involving Ukraine, Russia and the United States is currently underway in Abu Dhabi, United Arab Emirates. Amid talks, Russian drone strikes killed 2 in Ukraine's Dnipropetrovsk region, while Ukrainian drone attack killed 2 in Russian-controlled Lugansk region on Wednesday. In a fresh strike by Russia, at least 6 people were killed on Wednesday in the town of Druskivka in eastern Ukraine, whose capture is a key aim of advancing Russian forces. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky has said Ukraine still awaits US reaction to the Russian strikes. While US President Donald Trump has noted that Putin has kept his word on a Sunday-to-Sunday strike halt. A US fighter jet shot down an Iranian drone that approached an American aircraft carrier in West Asia on Tuesday, Washington said, as renewed tensions on the high seas in fact overshadows plans for nuclear talks. In the latest, talks between the United States and Iran are expected to take place in Oman. However, the scope of the discussions still needs to be agreed upon. As Pakistan faces escalating violence from Balochistan Liberation Army, its Defence Minister Khwaja Asif has admitted that security forces are handicapped by province's vast size amid serious situation. The sacred Devni Mori relics of Lord Buddha on Wednesday were enshrined at Colombo's Gangaramya temple in presence of Sri Lankan President Anura Kumara Dissanayake, marking a historic spiritual event. The holy relics originate from the Devni Mori archaeological site in Gujarat's Aravali district. These are enshrined at the Maharaja Sayaji Rao University of Baroda in Gujarat's Vadodara. At least 170 people were killed when gunmen attacked Woro village in Nigeria's Kwara state on Tuesday. The assailants set shops ablaze, with authorities blaming suspected terrorist cells. Human Rights Watch Director Philip Bolopian urged democratic countries to unite around core values, warning that attacks on the rules-based world order, including by the Trump administration, threaten decades of human rights progress. Tetsuya Yamagami, convicted of assassinating former Japanese Prime Minister Shinzo Abe in July 2022, appealed his life sentence on Wednesday, 2 weeks after his guilty verdict at Nara District Court. 15 migrants died in the Aegean Sea off Greece on Tuesday after their boat collided with a Coast Guard vessel off the island of Chios. In Venezuela, thousands of government supporters marched through Caracas on Tuesday, demanding the release of Nicolas Maduro and his wife Celia Flores, marking 1 month since their capture by the United States military forces. Venezuela's acting president Delcy Rodriguez said she spoke with the U.S. President Donald Trump and Secretary of State Marco Rubio, stressing mutual respect, a constructive agenda, and dialogue based on international law and historical diplomatic ties. U.S. President Donald Trump on Tuesday signed a spending bill into law that ended a brief partial government shutdown and gives Congress more time to debate limits on his immigration crackdown. The law restores funding for defense, healthcare, labor, education, housing and other agencies and temporarily extends Department of Homeland Security funding until February 13. The World Government Summit 2026 opened in Dubai on Tuesday under the theme Shaping Future Governments, with deliberation held on how innovation, sustainability and technology are reshaping public policy worldwide. Anwar Gargash, diplomatic advisor to the President of the United Arab Emirates, said at the World Government Summit in Dubai that the US-China relationship is a key indicator of global stability, stressing careful handling, nuclear arms control and the importance of 1970s and 80s frameworks. Time for a short break. Keep watching DT India.
One of India's newest states, one of India's oldest lands. Jharkhand is a hidden.
Take a front seat to witness the grandeur.
Welcome back. You're watching Express News. I'm Siddharth Bharadwaj. Let's resume. 3 people died after heavy rains triggered a landslide in Colombia's Santa Marta, collapsing 8 homes and damaging at least 50 others. In Colombia's Cordoba department, thousands of residents evacuated flooded streets by canoe after the San Jorge River overflowed, with authorities warning of sudden flooding in several localities. Houses are flooding and emergency services are on site in southern Spain as Storm Leonardo batters the Iberian Peninsula with heavy rainfall, forcing thousands from their homes, shutting schools and cancelling trains. 4 Buxton oceanfront homes have collapsed into the Atlantic since Sunday due to high tides and northeast erosion. Fierce winter weather brought air traffic at Frankfurt Airport to a brief standstill in fact on Tuesday afternoon, with some departures cancelled and arrivals diverted. The German Weather Service warned of snowfall, black ice and strong winds in northwest and southwest Germany. Dozens of traffic accidents were reported due to the conditions. Heavy snowfall blanketed Frankfurt within hours, leaving streets, rooftops and parks covered in thick snow as winter conditions intensified across the German city. Havana residents bundle up as Cuba experiences an unusual drop in temperatures due to an intense cold front. The front has brought a mass of polar air from North America into the Caribbean. The island registered a record low of 0 degrees Celsius on Tuesday, marking the first time freezing temperatures have been documented in Cuba, according to its Institute of Meteorology. The India Meteorological Department has forecast isolated to scattered rainfall and snowfall across parts of northern India over the next 48 hours, including Jammu and Kashmir, Ladakh, Himachal Pradesh and Uttarakhand. In Rajasthan's Jaisalmer, camel polo continues after 4 decades. The event attracted large crowds on Wednesday, celebrating tradition while highlighting camels' cultural and desert heritage significance. Down south, Indian Fishermen's Associations near Mangaluru have launched a water ambulance at the Netravati river mouth to provide quick medical and aid during sea and river emergencies. Large flocks of cormorants were spotted near a Tamil Nadu port, where the mix of seawater and fresh water creates a fish-rich habitat supporting diverse aquatic life. In Indian northeastern state, Assam, about 15,500 women performed Assamese folk music Dihanam in Sivasagar city, celebrating Vaishnavite culture, aiming for a world record. South Korean artist Bae Sang-won traveled to Bikaner to study miniature painting under Master Mahavir Swami, showcasing cultural exchange through the Guru-Shishya tradition. Crowds in Richmond, Virginia welcomed Buddhist monks on their Walk for Peace, a journey promoting mindfulness and unity that began in Texas and will conclude in Washington, D.C. In Netherlands capital Amsterdam, the prestigious Rijksmuseum is set to open a new exhibition, Metamorphosis, tracing the 2,000-year-old epic's influence on artists. The Amsterdam Museum showcases an exhibition featuring 80 artworks. The pieces come from 50 different museums and private collections worldwide. UNESCO's recognition has renewed pride among artists in the Afghan city as the centuries-old legacy of master painter Kamaluddin Behzad endures as a symbol of cultural hope and continuity. In UK's capital London, a bus driver named Ricky Reid lifts spirits by blowing bubbles from his double-decker bus, earning the nickname Mr. Bubbleman for spreading smiles across the city. In Rio, Afro-Brazilian worshippers honored sea goddess Yamanja, entering the sea with flowers on Wednesday during the annual ritual seeking blessings and protection. The Smithsonian National Zoo in Washington has welcomed a baby Asian elephant, its first birth in nearly 25 years. Asian elephants are known for their intelligence, sensitivity, and strong social bonds. Dak Lak province in Vietnam has been working to position itself as a global coffee hub by focusing on high-quality specialty coffee. The region aims to enter the top segment of the international coffee market and boost its reputation worldwide. For the 2026 Lunar New Year, Ho Chi Minh City in Vietnam is turning 9 prime construction sites into temporary parks and flower gardens. The initiative has been widely welcomed by the public for improving the urban environment. The Lam Tsuen Well-Wishing Festival in Tai Po, Hong Kong is all set to start from February 17th to March 3rd, celebrating the Lunar New Year. Visitors will get to enjoy the traditional tossing of lucky charms, a festival market and food stalls. Actors Ryan Reynolds and Kenneth Branagh have teamed up for action comedy Mayday, premiering on OTT on September 4th this year. The first look of Matchbox, the movie directed by Sam Harkridge, starring John Cena, has been unveiled. The global release date has been set for October 9, 2026. The teaser of drama series Operation Safed Sagar, starring Jimmy Shergill, has been unveiled. The series chronicles the Indian Air Force's daring 1999 Kargil mission, the world's highest air operation. Popular YouTuber Bhuam Bam has announced season 2 of his comedy drama Dindora, which he co-wrote and produced. The series follows a middle-class family after winning lottery. The teaser of cop thriller Ghoos Khor Pandit, starring actor Manoj Vajpayee, is out, featuring him as a corrupt officer trapped in global conspiracy. Kapil Sharma's comedy talk show, The Great Indian Couple Show, is set to return for season 5. The announcement was made at an event in Mumbai on Tuesday with the full cast. Bollywood actors Sunny Deol and Akshay Khanna reunited after 29 years in courtroom drama Eka, with a recently released teaser hinting at intense high-octane legal confrontations ahead. Filmmaker Anurag Kashyap's crime drama film named Kennedy is set for its digital premiere. It will stream on an OTT platform from 20th of February. The action drama Dacoit starring Adivi Sheikh and Runal Thakur has been delayed and will now release in theatres on April 10th, directed by Shanil Dio. Bollywood actresses Madhuri Dixit and Tripti Dimri star in comedy thriller OTT film titled Ma Behen, directed by Suresh Triveni, with Ravi Kishan playing a pivotal role. The India vs Afghanistan ICC Under-19 Cricket World Cup semi-finals is currently underway in Harare. The winner will face England in the final. Delhi Capitals stormed into a fourth consecutive Women's Premier League final with a comprehensive 7-wicket win over Gujarat Giants in the eliminator in Vadodara. Delhi Capitals will face Royal Challengers Bengaluru in the final of the Women's Premier League on Thursday. England defeated host Sri Lanka by 12 runs in a low-scoring T20I encounter at the Palakkale International Cricket Stadium to sweep the series 3-0. Sam Curran made a fighting 58 and was adjudged the player of the match and the player of the series as well. New Zealand head coach Rob Walter provided a crucial injury update on Michael Bracewell, saying that all-rounder is making progress and is eyeing a return at the T20 World Cup. Isha Singh won the 10-meter air pistol gold medal at the ongoing Asian Championship for rifle and pistol events in New Delhi. Meanwhile, Samrat Rana, the current world champion, won the bronze medal in the men's event. Lamine Yamal and Ronald Araujo, goals helped Barcelona reach the Copa del Rey semi-finals with a nervy 2-1 win at Albacete. Arsenal reached the League Cup final for the first time in 8 years as Kai Havertz sealed a 1-0 win against Chelsea in the semi-finals second leg. The Morocco's Football Federation has decided to appeal against a ruling that resulted in fines and bans on its players due to a chaotic Africa Cup of Nations final. India thrashed Bhutan 8-0 to move a step closer to the final of the Under-19 SAF Women's Championship in Nepal on Wednesday. The National Basketball Association announced the team rosters for the 2026 NBA All-Star Game, which will take place on Sunday in California. LeBron James will reunite with US Olympic teammates Kevin Durant and Stephen Curry in the All-Star Game under the new US versus World format. British tennis star Jack Draper is preparing to return from a long-term injury absence this week in Britain's Davis Cup qualifier against Norway in Oslo. Well, that's it in this edition of Express News. News and updates will continue on DD India. You stay tuned.